My name is Alan Urban, and this is I Am Father, and we're here to talk about fatherhood.
My name is James Gilbert. I'm 54 years old. I have 3 kids. They range from the age of 30, 29, and 24. They've all graduated from college. And the goal with that was for them to always do better than I did. They're all adults now, so the world has custody of them. But I still have custody, but the world has them now because they're adults.
My name is Carr. I'm 45 years old. Have 2 boys. I was awarded custody in 2018. Boys are 21 and 12.
Okay. Hey, listen, statistics show that children without fathers or in a fatherless house are 5 times more likely to go into poverty, commit crime. 9 times more likely to drop out of school, right? 20 times more likely to actually go to prison. And those statistics are hard facts, but it's because of the lack of fathers in the house, right? Or I would change that just a little bit, because you could be present in somebody's life or in your kid's life without being in the house, right? So, and that's really what's key. When I say fatherhood, what thoughts come to your mind?
Fatherhood to me is raising your children, right? Being there for not just the first day of kindergarten, but being there when they have questions, when they need guidance. You look at kids as an empty vase, and it's what you pour into them. That's fatherhood, right? Now, if you're not close enough to pour something in the vase, you're just gonna spill your water on the floor, right? So you gotta be close enough to that child to what you're pouring into them is actually gonna help fill them up. And to me, you talk about the dash, that's that dash from empty to full, right? And everybody's point for full is different, right? It could be a little vase, it could be a huge vase, but you gotta pour into your kid. And to me, that's what fatherhood is.
Okay. You said something that's very interesting. You said you have to be close enough.
Yeah.
Now, is that physically close?
Now, listen, you could be locked up and take that collect call, right?
Absolutely.
And the kid can say, Daddy, this happened. And I'm 45 years old now, right? So you're a little older than me. There's plenty of folks older than me, plenty of folks younger than me.
Right.
But in 45 years, I've made a lot of mistakes, right? I've done a lot of things well, but that obstacle course of life that we navigate, you get wisdom from that, right? So I can tell my kid over the telephone, hey, you about to go out and try and buy a car? Well, they're going to try to do this to you and do this to you, because I done bought 4 or 5 cars by now, right? I already know the car buying process. Right. So I might not be there, but I can give you some game on how to prepare yourself to go to the dealership with your money and buy a car.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. And it's funny you should say that, because that was one of the bumps I had to go through. I remember I bought a 2000 Tahoe limited edition. Okay. Only one came out back in 2000.
Flexing.
I was flexing, man. Hey. But an older guy in the church told me, he said, "Look, dog, you don't want to buy a car before you buy a house.
That's right.
You want to get that house first."
Yeah.
I didn't listen. Now I got a son trying to do the same thing I did.
Yeah.
He trying to buy a $38,000 Mustang GT before he get a house, and he got kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, he made one statement. He was like, I was like, well, you need to, opposed to trying to get a car seat, you need to make sure you got enough rooms in this house, bedrooms in this house, for your kids to come over. But when I say fatherhood, what comes to your mind?
When it comes down to fatherhood, my role was totally different. But when I think of fatherhood, I think of a blueprint for our kids. We have to lay out, the blueprint for them and let them know everything that we've done. Be upfront and honest with them.
Absolutely.
And then show them the route that we took and where we made our mistakes.
Yep.
That's part of that blueprint.
I have 3 boys, 26, 18, and 14. I have 100% custody of my boys, and I'm 49. 49, about to be 50.
Hey,
Congrats, man.
Hey, I'm about to be 50, man. I tell you, I wanna go about 20 places and shit.
Do it.
So let's dialogue a little bit. I mean, one of the reasons I say from the period of conception to death, I think that's part of fatherhood, right? Because what's happening, I think, is a lot of, and I'm gonna say kids, because I'm talking about like 21, 22-year-olds. They're not valuing their seed. I mean, they feel like that if they get somebody pregnant, then they can just go get an abortion. That's not the way to look at it, Not only that, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, because this is something I'm asking you. I'm posing this right here. So, not only that, but I mean, they can get somebody pregnant and say, the mama's gonna take care of it, because that's what the system has trained right now, and that's not the attitude that we want. I mean, we want, listen, you're a father and you got to answer to fatherhood now, or you're gonna answer to it later.
It's true.
But you are officially a father at this point.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So